Oh, look at.
No.
Easy. Did it once.
One of those days.
Apologies.
To go.
All right. All order at 4 minutes after 4 for public hearing, Alger County Board. Public hearing for the purpose of discussion of the FY 2024 general fund budget and 2024 fund budgets. Public comment.
So on behalf of law enforcement, I can say that this year's budget is exciting. We were able to come to some real conclusions that benefit our officers and the civil servants that work for us in a law enforcement capacity. I do think that this budget takes into account community safety, which is something we're very thankful for. And I think that we're in a strong position to succeed in the coming year.
Anybody else? 3 times charm.
Where is the budget at? Is it online? It wasn't part of the packet, I was just wondering.
No, because it's so big, but on the news section, right up front, it's the only thing proposed budget.
So it is online. Okay, thanks.
Guess I would just quick say that, thanks to the hard work of Joel and Pam and their staffs. Again, invaluable, really, I mean, as the committee, you and I didn't have to do a whole lot. They had pretty much everything ready for us.
Yeah, went on vacation for a month, come back and was done.
Here, how's this look? Oh, change this, okay, good. Thank you both and your people that helped.
Third time, anybody else? Okay, at the time, we'll close public hearing. And we'll call to order. Alger County Board of Commissioners, December 18th. 4:05. Roll call.
Commissioner Caparosa, Commissioner Livermore.
Here.
Commissioner Nelson. Here. Commissioner Rondo.
Here.
Commissioner Seaver.
Here. Mickey, you can start us in the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Public comment, going once? Public comment twice? Public comment 3 times? Shadow. Number 5, you got anything on the agenda? How's it look to everybody?
We got to amend to approve the, formerly JAD, Green for Life.
Where do you wanna put that?
At the end. After budgets.
Under financial matters.
What is that for again, Joel?
That's true, you can, just add it.
We'll just, yeah, can you leave that in financial? Just make it a B.
Make it all.
Yeah. we'll do that in financial. So we need to kind of motion for the agenda.
Motion to approve agenda?
It's amended.
Yes.
Second. Roll call.
Commissioner Livermore.
Yep.
Commissioner Nelson.
Yep.
Commissioner Rondo.
Yes.
Commissioner Seaver.
Yes. Number 6, consent agenda 6A through 6H.
Move do we accept the consent agenda?
I'll support.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Commissioner Livermore.
Aye.
Commissioner Nelson.
Yes.
Commissioner Rondo.
Yes.
Commissioner Seaver.
Yes. Number 7, minutes, Committee of the whole, November 13th. And Board of Commissioners meeting, November 20th. Anybody have any changes on that? They noticed?
I did not see any errors or omissions on them.
The 13th, look good to me, I was thinking the 20th.
Move that we accept the minutes from those meetings.
I'll support.
Discussion on it? Roll call.
Commissioner Livermore,
Aye.
Commissioner Middleton,
Yes,
Commissioner Rondo,
Yes.
Commissioner Seaver.
Yes. Marie, certification of 2024 cost allocation plan.
I resent it with the edit to remove the reference to the DHHS.
yep, that's the only thing I found during our budget committee meeting, they had. Just had they still had we rented to DHHS somewhere, it's like some of the wording.
Yeah.
So they pulled that out so that we don't,
So nothing new except
second,
20.
Like second, any discussion? Roll call.
Commissioner Livermore,
Aye.
Commissioner Middleton,
yes,
Commissioner Rondo,
Yes.
Commissioner Seaver.
Yes. Elgin County MMRMA net asset distribution.
We're not doing that. We
Oh,
missed,
yeah, we gotta go back.
we missed it. Disregard. We gotta vote.
Oh,
Break it out, straight that one out, yeah.
Drop it out.
We decided to leave the money in there, not take it out. Number 10, Elgin County Brownfield Redevelopment Authority appointments. We need 2.
we have 3.
We have a motion on this.
We talked about it when you were gone.
Mhm.
We've got 3 highly qualified candidates for 2
I
spots.
watched it.
Did you watch
Yeah.
it? You watched the,
That's what-
watch the
that's
instant
nice.
replay?
Yeah, I watched the whole thing.
So do we just vote on it or we?
We gotta make a motion.
Technically, we should have, well, no, technically, we should have nominated them at our last meeting and voted on this one. But
Like, I feel like we did kind of nominate, I mean.
I think we just said we had
had
3.
Devin.
Right, we think we have 3 candidates. You know, I
Yeah.
think we're just gonna have to vote out and.
Somebody's gotta make a motion and then we, if we get a second, then it comes up to vote. We can get shot down.
Make a motion to vote. Or make a motion,
Can we do that? Put a ballot?
We can make a motion.
Just,
That's probably gonna be our easiest way, is just.
if you wanna do that, if you wanna make a
cause
motion,
there's 3 of them, so
Right.
we can just say we
Top
accept all 3.
can't just do this.
I did check with Joel and with Pam, and it would be too complicated to just, we can't just add a seat, because we'd have to change bylaws and stuff because full authority. Cause that was my first easy answer, was, well, can we just have all 3?
We got a motion to vote.
To vote on the 3 candidates, I'll second that.
Any discussion on that?
One to 3.
There's
There's
3.
three, so
Three
we have-
Yeah, I know, but
It's a
we
2
ain't
seats.
voting on 3
So
of
you
them.
vote for
Voting
2.
on 2.
We got-
Right, you're voting on the
Right, we got.
4-2 out of the 3.
Who made the motion?
Kelly made the motion, Mike seconded it.
You wanna write them down, you wanna call them out, how would you? Well, but then they have to be read out loud anyhow, so. Whichever way is.
So now you
All
want
those in
somebody to make
favor?
a motion?
Nope, we've done that. I'm just asking which method, and there's always been
I
some
think we
debate about
should.
how we.
Oh, yeah.
Just be like, all those in favor of. Is it Devin?
So if you wanna write this on there and I'll read out the final answer.
Tally them up, read them out.
Oh,
That will work for you?
Well, I might want 2, he might want a
Right.
different 2, she might want the other 2.
So it's gonna be,
Well, our policy is basically it's a vote down, whoever gets the most, this way, in case the top 2 we would take. And keep whittling down till we lose one.
just write down first names.
That's kind of what he's done. Put your name on the paper.
Their vote.
You have to write your name on the ballot.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Okay.
Make sure you put your name on your paper.
Do I read them, or do we have to have non-personal read them?
Read it like an
Yeah. This one?
Okay. So we got.
That's everybody's first name.
Okay,
Our name and who,
who's gonna go on to
oh, you gotta read them all out anyhow, so. Yeah. Just look it out.
We have one for Lisa, one for Roxanne,
You want to
Who's,
say
whose ballot is that?
mine.
This is not a
Oh,
ballot.
Lisa was the one of them.
Oh, she
It's
did
a
one.
land bank.
He's for
Yeah.
land bank.
You know what? Come on.
Lisa only volunteered for the
She's
land
the
bank.
only one.
We're on the Brownfield Authority. Land bank is the next one.
I wanted her now.
Two for the Brownfield.
Say who.
All right,
You want to say whose ballot you're reading and then?
I just said mine, that Ian Seaver.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Devin and Roxanne. Okay, Kelly is Devin and Roxanne. Middleton. Roxanne, Devin. And Mickey is Roxanne, Kathy. I just like the idea of having free legal counsel on with.
so that gives us Roxanne with 4 and Devin with 3, Kat with 1, so Roxanne and Devin. We are 2. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Now we get to do the land bank.
There's only one, isn't there?
Well, technically there was 2, but one spoke up at our last meeting and said she really didn't want to do 2 of them. She just was giving us the option, so.
Who's that?
Roxanne really only wants to do 1 or the other, not
I
both.
put in for both, not expecting. to be
Not
both,
to
so-
do second to get both.
If that makes it easier.
Otherwise, we have to vote.
So in this one, we're okay, I mean, I'd make a motion that we appoint Lisa
I'll support.
Howard to the
We got
Land Bank Authority.
motion and support, any discussion? Roll call?
Commissioner Rumor,
Aye.
Commissioner Melton,
Yes.
Commissioner Rondo.
Yes.
Commissioner Seaver.
Yes, and that pass. Number 12. 2024 general fund budget. Everybody have fun looking over that one? Any update, Pam?
Everything's still good from this
Everything's still
morning?
good.
Huh?
Everything's still good.
Hold on, the changes. Any motions on that?
I'd make a motion that we accept the fiscal year 2024 general fund budget as presented.
I'll second that.
Any discussion on that?
Yeah, what's the difference of general fund budget and the fund budget?
Pam, you wanna answer that in 2 words?
Or Joel, one is.
The word general.
The word general.
Yeah, but
General fund is, you know, our different budgets that aren't operating out of a fund or. Specifically, yeah,
Dear,
a lot of the funds are grant funded or appropriated from the general fund specifically, but the general fund would be everything from your commissioner's budget on down to the fringe, employee fringe.
that's general.
What's the general fund?
Emergency management used to be its own, now it's under general.
There were a lot of changes this year, actually. We did the chart of accounts, so, like the remon used to be in its own fund, and now it's in general fund, in P and D. But the majority of the departments that you're familiar with haven't changed.
We don't get to
I
say.
think I understand, but
as Pam told me earlier, some of this is a little complicated.
Maybe,
Specific questions. Yeah.
making, the funds are the ones that can keep their money and roll it over to the next year. They keep their money, they never lose it. For general fund, it's all the budgets. Once the year is over, all the extra money or not goes into our fund balance, our county fund balance.
But the general fund has to be spent, you're saying?
Yes, it does.
So
We're not
that's a zero.
Mhm.
Okay, thank you.
Bring a comment.
Yeah. There you
Last thing I know.
go. So we got a motion, a second, a roll call on that? Any more discussion before we do that? No? Roll call on that one?
Commissioner Livermore,
Aye.
Commissioner Nettleton,
Hi,
Commissioner Rondo,
Yes,
Commissioner Seaver.
Yes. Number 13, 2024 fund budgets.
go ahead and make a motion to approve the 2024 fund budgets as well.
Got a motion, support, any discussion? Roll call?
Commissioner Livermore,
Aye.
Commissioner Nettleton,
Yes.
Commissioner Rondo,
yes,
Commissioner Seaver.
Yes. 14, discuss improving Alger County 5-year recreation plan required to submit a grant due by April 1st or wait until April 1st to get a full 5 years if not applying for the grant.
When she was here while you were gone,
Yeah.
we thought, so you, never mind.
Well, nice about that, I'll be able to watch it anyway.
Yeah,
2 days later, actually, 3 days later.
yeah, I mean, it's been up pretty quick, so.
So the question is, do we have a grant that we are looking at or
Not that I'm
have an
aware of.
idea for one? I think more than anything, we want, I would think that we would wait until April. And until we get to April, maybe we could talk to our townships about the playground thing and get that grant.
Cause, yeah, without a grant in the works, in the pipeline, why waste a year of our plan?
well, I think you got till 1st of February to apply for a grant, and then it's okayed in April. That's what she said.
Right, but we would have, to- if
We
you
have,
don't apply,
do we
you
have,
lose a year of eligibility.
Yeah,
on
that's
our plan.
where we're at.
excuse me,
Mhm.
but if we have till April, why are we involved with that now?
We don't have a grant in the works.
No, but we could have, right? You got 60 days or better.
You think you're gonna go for it?
Yeah, but then, I don't know that we have, I mean,
We have.
I don't know that in the works in the pipeline.
I know a couple people are looking into, gotta get prices and things like that and get it together. They got a meeting with Julia. So,
How long does it take? If we don't
Yeah,
do this
somebody-
now, can we do it in February?
If somebody has a grant.
you gotta have
well,
it
yeah,
by the 1st of February.
That's perfect.
It's gotta be in.
Okay.
And then it's okayed in April and then the next
Right,
fall.
then you're in the next cycle.
Yeah, it's approved and you can go with it. It's kinda.
Yeah, so if somebody's got something ready to go,
I think we should
Okay with that.
approve the 5-year plan, but I don't know about wait till April. That part of it, you know what I'm
Sure.
saying?
and the only thing we're trying to do is avoid losing that year of eligibility.
Mhm.
And
I understand that.
Because we didn't get anything done.
if somebody's got something ready to go, you know, if we're reasonably sure that somebody will have something by the deadline, I got no problem.
But could,
If we're not, I'd hate to waste a year on it, cause then, and find, you know, that just shortens the lifespan if we've gotta redo it. So,
my question is, can we split that? Approve it and then submit it, as the date for April 1st? You can't.
It has to be approved, yeah. You can delay it one more month.
And see what happens?
Do we do it one to make the timeline?
You got somebody that's, think of the township, that's working on something right now, then
I can make a
Sure.
motion on that too. To do it.
well, and we just got it down to discuss it, so.
Table
Hey,
Move it.
Mickey, the grant has to be in by February 1st.
Yeah,
That's your first deadline.
yep.
Grant applications have to be in by April 1st.
Now, here's another question, if we
But you have
decide
till February.
in our January, are they gonna have it ready to submit it for?
I have no idea. I have no
That
idea.
gives them,
But he has a meeting that he said that he's gonna talk to him, so
I
he
think
can
the safe
know.
option then, and we'll just table it.
I think we
Pick it up
table
next
it for a month.
month.
I'm looking for motions.
I'll make that motion.
I'll support that.
Mike support. Any discussion on that? Following, more discussion?
So just be clear, we're gonna table it until our whole meeting in
Well, and find out
January to find out if there's
Yeah.
any grants that are in the works.
that, and you said you got a meeting with her?
I know people want to have a meeting.
Okay, but it'd be nice to know, I'd like to know is if we decide at our meeting in January, will QPAD have that ready to put in by
Well, April first is when the grant has to be in,
No, but
or
we have
plan
to-
has to be in.
plan?
Yeah.
I mean,
They're
see,
ready to go.
It's ready, that's what I'm
Yeah.
wondering, it's
Yeah.
signed, sealed and
Yeah,
ready
but just
to,
needs,
okay.
Yeah,
Well,
we
I
just
think
need
our
to
stamp.
approve it for it to be
Right.
submitted,
So I,
it's ready to go.
anybody else, questions? No?
sir.
Commissioner
Roll call.
Livermore,
Aye.
Commissioner Middleton,
Yes,
Commissioner Rondo,
Yes,
Commissioner Seaver.
Yes. 15, discuss county commissioners and road commissioners, 2024 salaries. Need a motion just to open it up to talk.
well, we can discuss it beforehand, actually, if you want.
Not supposed to. But we can, but,
There's no action to discuss at this time.
right,
do we have to have a motion just to discuss it?
yeah, but then it can be shot down after that. A lot of times we do it beforehand, and it ain't really right, but this one I think is kind of touchy, so we should go right by the book.
I'd like to make a motion, we discuss it and then shoot it down.
We got a second motion.
I'll second.
Okay, now discuss. I'll open up here. This is for our salaries for the commissioners. They used to be anywhere from 38 to 42, I believe, plus $40 per meeting. Just for budgetary reasons and easier for everybody. And I mean, some of us can take a pay cut. I think most of us is go 6,000 per member per year, done. Budget it, you don't have to worry about how many meetings you went to, that's, and this has gotta be checked, I believe, every year, because when it starts, if it starts getting to the place that commissioners are not doing meetings because of it, then I believe it should be just pointed out to the community that they're not doing their job, and just get them out of it, you know, they're not in here for a reason. The only other hiccup we see in here is, in there is that, we control, the road commission also goes by whatever we make.
They were in favor.
Oh, I'm sure they are.
Oh, yeah.
They do 2 meetings a month and that's it.
I didn't talk to the commissioners, I talked to Dan.
Dan,
They're in favor to pay them that much?
Yeah.
Wow. I jumped on the wrong board. But that's in our bylaws, isn't it?
In our policy.
In our board policy. We can change board policy on that too. And this doesn't have to be done till January meeting also, correct?
Yeah, they pay in the rears, so you have time. I just wanted to bring it up now.
Right, so we could discuss it and change board policy to where we don't run theirs.
And
They
ours,
don't follow us,
Yeah.
that they do their own thing and they can make their own decisions as their board. It's an option.
Yeah. I pulled up my last, pay stub just to see where the point, it'd be about $127 increase in like my base salary. So like I said, basically 3 meetings.
For my last,
So anytime over 3 meetings, it's a gain for the county because now you're saving money.
It'd be
And we've got 2 regular meetings every month. You know,
127 per pay period.
mhm.
I can say my
Per month, so that-
February or my November
Oh,
one
yeah.
lost,
Yeah,
I lived here, so.
right. So
I
I
think
think it's
I'd
a
be
good thing for
losing
the county.
500.
500 a year.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's up to you. I mean, it could be 6,500.
Yeah.
And I'm not, and I don't believe they all should be separate on this. I'm fine running the same amount right across the board.
And I'm kind of with you there, that, you know, if you're getting that across the board and you don't attend meetings, the $40 is to have you, encourage you to go to these meetings.
Right.
And I don't know if this is a good idea or not.
And then the mileage reimbursement would be gone too.
No, mileage is still there.
Keep the mileage.
You're
yeah, somebody's
keeping the
got a lot
mileage,
farther to
but
travel
you're
than-
taking away
Just
the.
get rid of the people, get rid of the per diem.
But the per meeting thing, it's, I hope people aren't on this board for the money.
I would say though, I mean, in the sense that we all have certain committees and we try to do them, you know,
Best we
everybody
can.
takes an even amount. You know, when you have, like I have two that I'm an alternate on and, you know, Mickey didn't go to 3 months of them, so that was an extra one, and then I had another one. So, you know, turned into 10 meetings in 1 month I had, so it's kind of like. Where do we find, I mean, I know we're not in it for the money, that's what you said, but I mean, it's a lot of work. we
Okay, that's
do.
fine. This is just a
Okay,
big thing that.
yeah, it's
it would-
discussion.
It'd be easier, it's nice for budget, they can say, we're budgeting five,
We know exactly what it's gonna be.
right,
Okay.
30 grand next year, bam, we're done
Salaries anyhow.
for salaries. I mean, mileage is always gonna be out there, who knows?
Lots to think about.
Well,
We don't have to decide until January.
I know, but for this board, you know, we're somewhere close. But for the road
I
commission
was gonna
board,
say.
Yeah.
for a taxpayer,
Right,
that's outrageous. It is.
and that's what I was
So
saying,
the average meeting there is half an hour. We're 2 hours.
and twice a month, that's it. They don't have all the,
Committee meetings
And I talked to
So we
Dan
would
this
have to
morning,
separate.
and he said the most they go to is 2-3 meetings a year.
outside of their
Yeah.
regular.
So, that, to me, that'd be outrageous. That would be for like a regular member gets 3280. That would be another darn near another 3,000, double his, and I don't think for the taxpayer, that's unacceptable.
Mhm. And that's why I said, we
We have to
can do
figure out,
that in our,
we have to do that first.
at least something for us all to chew on, see, you know.
We can take out of the sheriff's fund maybe. But I think that's outrageous for road commission, I really do.
Yeah.
And I'm not afraid of losing $500 a year or whatever.
No, right.
But that is outrageous there.
I can find a lot of,
I got
everything to do with
figures
my
from
time,
today.
didn't be here.
So we aren't agreeing on anything right now.
No.
No, we don't have a motion
We will.
for a second, so
Shoot it down. Is that what you said?
it was up for discussion.
Yeah, I know.
And we discussed it.
Done.
We're shooting down.
But we still gotta have, what do we wanna do with it? We don't have a motion, so it gets dropped.
Well,
You had a motion and a second to discuss.
And we discussed it.
Yep. So
Then, can we make a motion to look into it?
We can.
Okay,
we have to. if you
I
want.
don't think you need to do that.
No, we can just bring, we can just put it back on.
okay.
Put it on for our organizational meeting.
Speaking of,
And number 15, okay, somebody wanna do something with that, discuss road commissioners. Oh, no, that's what we just did. 16, discuss 2024 organizational meeting. We gotta have that, I think, before. Within the first 4 days of the, or 5 days of the year, is it?
so if you want to still have executive finance, and then if we go ahead with the whole change of, we have to discuss the committee meetings again. The committee of the whole is on the 8th. So we want to set the organizational for the first couple of days of the year, and then have that first finance meeting, finance and exec meetings on the Friday the 5th, and then move to a normal, back to the normal Tuesday before. So as long as we get the organizational set.
Yeah, when does that have, that has to be done by what?
Second to the fourth, if you.
I think. What's good for everybody else, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday?
Equally as
this for all of
wide
us,
open.
we need to have a meeting. Well, not
The
Tuesday.
actual organizational meeting.
I'm coming home from Kentucky on Tuesday.
That's why we're asking.
Yep, that's all.
It would be best if we can all be here for
When
that.
is the LMS? You remember?
It's gonna be after that. That's gonna be the eighth,
Okay.
Monday the eighth, because they can't. We have to have our organizational meeting to find out who's sitting in
Where?
over there first. Cause we have to have who's gonna be on that committee, on everybody's. Cause the whole committee's gonna be changed.
We're looking at that
I mean, yeah, it could structure differently, so there's
So I'm good for Wednesday or Thursday.
Thursday's good with me.
Thursday,
it is. January 4th.
fourth.
What time?
All day.
You're funny.
It'll probably be long, at 10 AM.
Okay, that's what I'm like. I need a start time.
Yeah.
It could. You wanna look at committees and.
That won't be a rubber stamp
Oh,
session.
sure.
I don't care what time,
10 AM?
10?
And this is so that we can get all of our committees in order for the next coming year.
Yeah, all the things we have to set.
Fine.
We have
Everything
we
has
have
to
to
set.
approve the meeting, the regular meetings,
we-
schedule and all
And we
that.
do gotta, that's the meeting we discuss on pay too, if we want to stay on.
Okay.
Right.
That's the meeting that we have to, if we wanna change this, that's.
And
when
just
we
out of
have to do it.
curiosity, we had talked about when we switched for your guys' positions. Are we doing a rotation of that, or are you gonna stay chair?
I
We need
could
that to
care
discuss.
less.
Okay,
It's
just
got-
making sure.
Discuss then.
Discussed,
Yeah.
yeah.
Just getting a list of things in my head.
Okay, and that's over 17 cost savings, we had, okay, go to financial, cost saving ideas, revenues. No, we make more money? We're 18 unfinished business.
That's where you wanna address it. Deployed? Deployed?
Yeah. What are we gonna discuss on that? Where are we?
Well, I guess my first question, I guess it's okay if I ask the
Go ahead.
question first. Do you have, Tom, do you have what you need now to make the transition happen? In a, at least a little more peaceful manner?
Path forward is clear.
That was my biggest concern is that, you know, we will deal with the financial portions. But I just want to make sure that D-Tech now had more than just the master password, they had the information that they're gonna, yes, sir.
So as it sits today, the county will maintain its subscription services for critical application layer. And the service to those applications will transition to us
Okay.
as we've subscribed with you. And Integris is stepping aside on the termination component. So everything's resolved to the best that it can be.
It's not gonna be a hostile.
I think,
We as a board, we are sitting back until after the first and letting this get all transferred. And in my opinion, I think they got holding the burden of proving what we owe
Well,
them.
her position today that she did respond back with was that they're not gonna pursue anything. So everything is clean.
Done. So they must have looked up their dates and figured
Well,
And with everything,
you know,
that-
they don't want the bad.
I think,
Press, yeah.
my professional opinion is Kristen's got sound character and she stood by that and she knew that it was the right thing to do. And Integris did the right thing here and I certainly appreciate the cooperative sentiment. And it's gonna make everything easier.
we deeply appreciate, you know. We know not only was the services you're going to provide us. I've said it before, you know, we were getting the family discount, you know, because you wanted to do this for the county. And, you've definitely stepped up, you and your people, beyond that to help us in resolving this matter.
I think it was
You weren't required to do that.
No, but it.
And we appreciate that.
There was value.
Recognize it.
There was value there for all of us to spend a little more time looking under the hood administratively. And I think that we all learned something, which is beneficial.
Thank you, Tom. Anything else? They got anything?
Dean? I'd just like to commend the board, of going with the Play Technologies and Tom's, we all, every one of us in here know what, Tom's done for our community. He's invested his time, energies, efforts, money, family. I've known this family my entire life. I commend the board on a great decision. And I know we're gonna be extremely happy as a county to work close with Tom in our IT services going forward, and I appreciate him and his company and everything you do for our county, Tom. So.
I think we should bring D-Tech in to negotiate all our contracts.
I don't think we're gonna like the bill if we start arguing by the hour.
If these are the results we're gonna get, we should.
Not always nice.
All right. Financial matters. 2023 budget amendments. We have that.
I got it.
Yeah, this morning. So everything from last, or this year, wasn't quite right. And, I think we're putting in roughly 70,000, hopefully we ain't gonna need that.
We're adjusted back the other way.
Yeah.
Fall back into fund balance.
Yeah.
I don't think it's in their packet. It's a change in number.
Here.
That's not just like, at least I will look at it first.
Well, if you give a motion to that, we can discuss it.
I move that we approve the 2023 budget amendments as presented on the sheet. Over our shortcomings.
Okay.
How come we didn't have that?
Oh, you were here making our budget last year.
You missed by 70 grand.
I was never on the budget.
Yeah.
I would say we didn't see a few retirements coming.
Yeah, there was,
Yeah.
That definitely
there
was.
were several things.
We're discussing. You got a motion on the table, you got a second?
For what?
To approve it. Then we talked about it some more.
Oh, I'll support it.
Discussion, any questions? I can say, a lot of it, hopefully we won't be able to, or
We
need,
had some new hires to replace those in retirement, so a few of them make sense.
right, hopefully we won't be able to need it. So we put enough in there that we won't have to come back to the board every time, and the rest will just go right back into our budget.
Okay.
Some of them were just necessarily were put in the budget for last year.
I mean,
And,
audit, but it isn't.
you know, when it comes down to the end of the year, it's like, there's no money in that we needed. But even with that, I think we still come in under budget, didn't we? But adding that, gonna be close, we close, so we're still, it's like still in the black. Any more questions?
Nope.
Roll call?
Commissioner Livermore,
Yeah,
Commissioner Nelson,
Yes.
Commissioner Rondo.
Yes.
Commissioner Seaver.
Yes. 20, I don't think we have any resolutions, do we?
Well, we got the
We
amendment.
added the B for the dumpster.
Oh, yeah. We have added, since the city, it wasn't the city's problem, it was
North Country.
North Country, was it?
The contract we had was with GAD,
Okay.
GFL wants
New England.
their.
And it's a little bit more expensive.
Depends how many times they pick up, it's kind of hard to say. Right now, it's sitting full, they won't pull it, they won't pick up until they sign the contract. So depending on how full it gets, you know, it could be about even, it could be a little more if they have to pick it up 4 times a month.
What do we have before? How many times?
It was up to once a week was the contract, right?
Yeah, but it was never.
It was never full.
I think.
It was-
Charged it once a week.
They would still charge for it.
So do they have you think we get by with? Nah, we don't want garbage sitting full.
Right now, they're, I think, is that a 2-week plan? I think, cause I caught the garbage guy, how this all got going. I said, when are you gonna empty the dumpster? And anyway, they come every 2 weeks to recycle. Ours come every week on the regular garbage. And then, so then further discussion. And they checked into it. Nobody signed the contract yet. I didn't know they were giving the contract. Anyway, so that came up. So that's where we're at. So if we want to continue the cardboard recycling, we either go with this dumpster or we go with no dumpsters and just go with our single dumpster and. that's
Nothing
all.
gets recycled,
Huh?
and then nothing gets recycled.
Nothing gets recycled. So,
Well, the longer-
so this is up to the board.
We do have quite a bit of paper that goes there, don't we?
We got, you got all the sheriff department with all their boxes. You got all this building with all their boxes and papers and, things that don't have to be shredded. But just the sheriff department alone, how much, stuff do they get shipped in, inmates get shipped in from Walmart?
I just didn't want to see a dumpster getting,
I mean, you
Paid for,
got
not
Sam
you.
and all his gun cases.
that one had it today.
But anyways, so it doesn't get used quite a bit. It's more than I would imagine it got used when I first put it there. One of these. How much-
Then we're gonna have to take runs for recycling ourselves.
Do we, no, that recycling in the future, though, how's that gonna, we don't know anything on yet.
Eagle is, they ain't dropping that anytime soon, it sounds like. That's committee's coming up here in a minute.
So I was asking you guys, like, do you know any future
There's
on that?
nothing happening.
Okay.
And so people realize recycling is expensive.
It is.
Not cheap.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
You know, if you wanna get on the bandwagon to recycle, then we have to pay for it. If you don't wanna get on recycle, then that's your choice and not recycling. But it really is up to you guys on whether you wanna adopt this contract or.
What are we looking at for dollar amount, Joel?
For recycling,
Mm-hmm.
123 a month.
Just so we know what we're, just so we know the number.
If it's getting used, I'm all for it.
I make a motion to accept.
Discussion?
Discussion?
It's just simple
No,
recycling.
both, isn't it? It's for both dumpsters.
Yeah, they handle both.
Yeah. We got everything to recycle.
So what's the regular one?
249 with 80 a pickup. 249 monthly base charge. Extra pickup haul rate, I'm assuming is if they come over and above
The weekly.
Right,
the limit.
if we do the weekly and then.
So our other option is just throwing it all in the back of the truck and have Brian run there once a week.
And still have to pay.
a week.
But where are you
Couple
gonna,
times a week.
where are you gonna put it all?
In the back of the truck.
What are you doing with the recyclables?
There's a separate bin.
But where do they go?
In the dump.
Is it back in the dump? Well, then why are we doing
I
that?
don't know, I don't know
No,
where.
whatever they do with it after they pick it up, I don't know.
Yeah.
They're,
I'm sure they stockpile it until they've got enough that the next guy up the food chain must come get it. But
But you have to have a definite answer here, what they're doing with it.
well, they can't
You're paying
tell
it,
us they're recycling.
And then
they
throw it
not
straight in the landfill.
recycle.
oh, they can?
It's a gotta
Well,
be a
it's happened
contract.
before.
I think
Contract says
that
they're
would
gonna
be, I think that would be, if they're doing that regularly, in a regular practice, I think that would open them up for litigation of some
Yeah.
kind.
For
And
recycling, they have it.
certainly they
separate.
lose their permit to collect
And
waste.
they've had a separate dumpster up there for
Yeah.
recycling for quite some time now, actually.
They haul it to Marquette.
Is that where it
Then
ends
I
up
know.
for processing?
Do we have anywhere in Munising that has free recycled dump?
Free,
No,
just metal.
Yeah.
metal.
They used to have
E-waste.
different places you could bring paper products.
Didn't they use?
Oh, by the wastewater treatment plant?
Yeah, over by
Yeah,
Alger.
that's been gone for a while.
Gone again.
Again, recycling is expensive, so it's very costly. You see people come in, they try it. It doesn't pan out for them. I mean, the previous company was coming from Marquette. and coming down and get the recycling, but it just wasn't paying their costs and fuel costs for them to do it anymore. So I don't know who contacted Gad for this recycling business, anyways. After contacted, the Ben's here.
Well, it probably came as part of the city just renegotiated with,
That's not, this is dumpster.
it's all garbage and recycling.
Yeah, we
So I'm
added
gonna
on
bet, willing to put,
years ago.
for sure bet that this is all part of the contract that the city's negotiated with. Is it GFL now, was GAD? So, you know, it's like everybody that signed up got 2 cans. And so when we signed up, they brought us 2 dumpsters.
Any other questions?
I'm good with it.
Roll call on that?
Commissioner Livermore,
I,
Commissioner Nelson,
Yes,
Commissioner Rondo,
No,
Commissioner Seaver.
Saying yes. I do wanna stay though, in the future, I'd like to look at that recycled one. If it's not getting used, I mean, if we're just paying for it to be,
Yeah.
viral healthy, and it doesn't, nobody's using it, we're not paying for it.
that one can be picked up less,
That's right.
why we gotta pick up.
yeah, that one's only twice.
Is that a year, that wasn't,
The infinite 60-day notice
Per
auto
month,
renewal and
And they they'll pick it up every other week.
It's a 36-month contract.
what?
3-year contract.
with 60-day notice, written notice.
Our lesson that we learned,
What was that again though? That wasn't in that thing that I got.
Yeah, you give me 36-month commencing effective date shall automatically renew for additional 12 months. Integris.
That's
not intake, I was like,
No, I'm saying, this is the same
I was
link.
like, come on now.
we're past that, darn
Do they have a quick option?
Now we don't have to renew it, I know.
it. Yeah, and we can actually go back. With new information.
That's what I said, that's what I wanted to hear.
Motion. Because we haven't.
Yeah, if you wanna,
Close to it.
I'll make copies and then.
Yeah,
So it's gonna be a 3-year commitment?
Yeah,
it's a 3-year commitment on both?
or I can call them and have them remove the recycling, and do just the garbage,
Like,
do them separately,
yes,
split them.
Two
new
separate
information, I'd like to open it up to a new motion.
I'll make a motion to amend our previous, that we now split the GFL. And I move that we accept the garbage portion. And I ask that we table the recycling until we get some more information on that. Before we tie ourselves into a 36-month contract.
Use the word we're seeing.
That cover what everybody was looking for to. Yes, garbage. Hold off on the recycling.
I just think we ought to drop that recycling one until we know more about it.
So that's why my motion, I asked that we table the recycling portion until we can get more information.
Yeah.
That we approve the garbage.
We weren't coming out that way.
I know, that's
You
what.
took a long way
Yeah,
around.
I don't know where you were going, but we were halfway to Detroit by the time.
Yeah, you know. As long as I don't have to pay the toll both ways.
There you go. Didn't make the bridge. did he?
Approve the garbage, we got a motion to approve the garbage and table the recycling bill.
And I think it's important for the record to reflect that you're rescinding a previous
Yes, and-
motion. As part of this vote.
Yeah.
That was the part that got me to the bridge.
Yeah.
Did we get a second on that?
No.
No, I,
No, not a second yet. So if we don't get a second.
I will support that.
Okay, now discussion. Roll call,
All right, and then table the recycling portion until January.
future notice.
To renegotiate contract.
Commissioner Livermore,
Yes.
Commissioner Nelson,
yes,
Commissioner Rondo.
Yes.
Commissioner Seaver.
Yes, because I do want to say, we are going to have to do recycling at some point, I believe, before 3 years. So we might be paying for that for 3 years and having paying our other stuff also.
Unless you've got
Are we on
a
20?
market for this, how do you support recycling? If it just builds up on you and they dump it at the dump. you have to have a process in which to take care of these recyclables. And we don't have it, that I know
Yeah, Nancy paper.
of. I think they quit.
No.
No, well, if they got that, then I understand.
But it's still a really tight market for what they pay in fuel to get from there to there. And when Shopko, was it up in Wetmore, when they closed down doors, in the back, they had pallets of cardboard left, truckloads of it. And then what it cost to take it, yeah, wasn't there. There was no resolutions,
No,
committee reports,
Budget we've already dealt with, so I don't think we need to tell you anything about that. I had UpCap, it was a good meeting. They are gonna get us folks some bullet points on some upcoming programs they've got coming, so we're expecting that in the next few weeks. And we'll get that to everybody, along with some other information on some stuff that they do that I wasn't even aware of, so. There's a lot of programs that run through that. We'll do some good work.
Kelly?
I did go to QPAD, and you're asking about the recycling. And everything that I've heard from sources and everybody who came together to talk about it. Even one of the representatives with them said that they're not ready to start this because they have a lot. It's a lot more than they think that the state can handle. They're trying to put this into motion and they're not ready to put it into motion. They have all these steps and it's not reasonable. It's
Yeah,
not reasonable for these counties to be able to get this on down. And not being able to, we can't get QPAD to do the work because they're not gonna pay them until after the work is done. The timelines don't add up. So right now it looks like it's just something that's a rumor out there that may happen in the future because nothing right now is in motion. Nobody has an answer.
Eagle has not called for the plan, correct?
Nope.
Okay,
And we
that's
have
what
no
starts the whole
idea
thing.
when.
Right, they were gonna do it in September.
The only thing QPAD is worried about is if they drop it during the same time they're supposed to be doing the MDOT roads and everything to get that all, yeah.
the
So-
good thing is, we're not sitting alone in the state or county, we're together with all of us right now in UP, most. So,
Yeah, so that was one of the small things on that list. But,
That could be a big thing, the materials management.
QPAD, did all their budgeting stuff and, Dottie got herself an assistant full-time, which is really helpful because QPAD does a lot. And,
she was handling, she was doing good.
well, she's had a temp for a few months now. We hired Rachel on full-time. And we finally have our bylaws for the QPAD. Almost exactly where they need to be, because we had that very big upset in the beginning of the year. Where all of us were new and you had to have the executive committee vote in, but there was no executive committee because nobody wanted to show up for that last meeting. So they couldn't vote in the new executive committee, so we didn't have a meeting for 4 months. So we had to rewrite the entire bylaws pretty much, so we're working on that, so. QPAD's going through a lot, but they're good. And I'm just waiting for Eagle to drop that bomb on us. They won't give us anything.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Our recycling might be, who knows what.
No word yet.
Mickey?
I went to the veterans meeting and 2 fair board meetings and at this time of the year, everything is kind of slowed right down. Once we got through the contracts here. Haven't been done for a while.
And then to budget, and then I did have a meeting today with the Forest Service with our Title III money. Hopefully, we're gonna get a little farther with that the next week here and move on. Correspondence. None, Joe? Or comments?
Yeah, first, I guess I get to go first.
Yep, I'm sorry, you're last.
That's all right.
You know, I always go last.
You know, I don't have, again, appreciation for DTEC, appreciation for our staff, our department heads that were able to sit down and really hash out most of the budget ahead of time. You know, I was dreading, being the new guy and being stuck on the budget committee. I'm like, oh boy, cause I remember from years ago, the horror stories about it, but again, you know, things were went smoothly, professionally, as they should, and we've got them done. So thank you all.
Anyone else?
Oh,
Oh,
wait, go next.
I was, go ahead, I'll.
Um. I'm kind of at nothing, cause we've just had, you guys have done all the work. I feel like I've just been out there doing things. I haven't been really in here, but.
Everyone,
Your turns are coming.
because the things that you were doing, that means we don't have to do.
But, I will say as a community member too, like, it's really great to see everything that's come together in our county. I've seen a lot of people stepping up and helping each other, and it's just a lot to say that I love our community, and I'm proud to be on this board and be a part of it. And I appreciate everybody for it.
Well, my comment is, if you happen to be going into Marquette, take Wright Street over and look at them solar panels that they got on the, Marquette Board of Power and Light. They don't shovel them off because it doesn't produce enough electricity to pay the guy to shovel them off. And then we had a nice lady here from Odd Train, they got that $100,000 grant.
Yeah.
And then if they don't pay enough money for that, we're being hosed. The state give her that money, and you can talk to those guys, they'll tell you, they don't shovel them off, go take a run. And we're getting hosed with this, green energy stuff. Big time. That's my comment.
Well, I think not much left, last meeting of the year, I'll tell everybody happy, or Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's, if we don't see each other by then, I'm sure we'll have another meeting before then, but. Safe, family. That. Staff comments? Joel?
Thank you, guys. I really appreciate it. I didn't see the IT thing being as stressful as it wound up being. It kind of threw me off here at the last, so I apologize for the delay in meetings and not being so prepared. I thought negotiations and budgets were gonna be the worst of it, and it turned out unexpectedly that this nightmare just came, just threw me all off. So I really appreciate you guys working so hard to get us through it. Thank you.
Give them 50 grand worth.
You guys are awesome. Appreciate it.
That we would not have had that result without DTEC. Not a doubt in my mind, we'd be calling lawyers right now, figuring out what to do next. So I'm really thankful for them. And they put forth the effort to do an on-site education this Thursday for our staff. I'll look forward to that. Our guys will be there. So very excited to work with DTEC in the coming paradigm. We did a little rundown of arrest rates over the last few months. Our arrest rates were down September through November, and which was a welcome thing for my office. Unfortunately, in December, we've seen kind of back up to our consistent numbers and an increase in arrests, felony arrests throughout the county of Alger. We have 14 trials scheduled for the first quarter of next year, which is far above our regular rates. And I think that's because those arrest rates were down, actually kind of gives us time to think about everything else and pick those cases that we want to go to trial and that need to go to trial. So our staff is prepared to proceed on that. Last thing was on the organizational meeting. One of the things I've long advocated for, I want everybody to think about over the holiday, is eliminating the resolutions committee completely. This year has gone so smoothly. And you can feel the energy in the building. There's no tension in the building, and all the staff are very happy to be here. And the only controversial thing that we seem to come up with is during resolutions. Imagine if we just took that right out. We don't need it. It costs, takes time. Anytime we're sitting there listening, we're spending money. So, I would ask that you guys consider that while you have a Merry Christmas.
Sure.
I just thank the board again for a real, smooth budget process this year, which Pam and Joel were just amazing to work with in our budgets. We're compiling our statistics right now for our departmental stats. You will probably have that in February, January, February to provide for you guys our housing stats, our criminal arrests, our ambulance runs, our rescues. Prepping up for the winter season right now with our snowmobile extrication teams, ice climbers, the ice rescues we may have to, so we're switching hats from summer, fall to winter, and things are going good. Pam gave us good news the other day. She believes our housing revenues are up. We had budgeted, I think, 218 or something like that, and we think it'll be higher. So anyways, whatever the number is, she believes that our housing revenues are gonna come in higher, so. Bad news for the prosecutor, I do believe the arrest rates are gonna start to climb.
Good.
So we're working on some stuff, so.
They're out there.
Yeah, so that number's probably gonna change
Just make
quickly.
sure you do it, so it's easy for him.
So a lot going on right now. It's busy for us, and welcome aboard Tom and his family. Welcome to Alger County family in good hands, and Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to all of you.
Pam?
I just want to thank the board for being so willing to work with us. We come up with ideas or have questions, just made our jobs a lot easier. Thank you.
Sam, any emergencies out there?
No, I'm good. Speaking of budgets. Who invited you?
Public comment. Brian? Lisa?
Like to say that, if you don't have somebody already working on grants, you're a little bit behind, and QPAD doesn't write grants for free, so you gotta have a budget if you are gonna pay them to write grant. And the Music Township has them writing us one, and it's $3,000, just so that you know in the future what it could cost. There are free grant writers out there, and maybe you can get
Get
one
what
of
you pay
those.
for?
Huh?
Get what you pay for? On the free grant writers, you get what you pay for.
That's very much so, because a lot of those grants are hard to get too. They're very competitive, like DNR grants. Also, I don't know about your mileage, and maybe it's something that the county can do differently. But I know that Munising Township, you're not allowed to pay mileage from somebody's home to work. You know, the mileage, according to the IRS, always has to be from the place of employment out and back to the place of employment. So again, I just, cause it's something that we had looked into before, with the zoning administrator that had worked out, or had lived away from the township, and we could not pay his mileage, to drive into the township.
So it has to be like from the county building to his house and back.
Right, and maybe the county can have a different policy or something, but I'm just saying, as far as we meet the IRS guidelines, you cannot pay mileage to somebody's home,
Something to look into.
something like that.
Thank you.
And then thirdly, I wanted to bring up the airport. And, I believe with the sheriff's, rescue 911 building out there, that in, somewhere within your budget, there should be a lease that transfers money from that budget to the airport budget, because you're allowing them to have a building on that property that doesn't necessarily have to do with the airport.
Well,
So similar to a lease that Ryan Graves is paying, because that building was built by somebody else and then deeded over to the county. You would also then have some budget money that just transfers from whichever budget it is in the emergency
For having the building.
fund or 911.
well, or you could also look at it as this way, the county owns that land, period.
Right,
So the airport can pay the county lease and so can rescue pay to lease. They're both an entity of the county and that's on county property. I don't see one paying the other, making any value to it.
Well, I guess I had heard you say in the past that once the tree money's gone, then there ain't gonna be any more money coming out of the county paying for an airport. So I'm just
I don't
saying it
think
just
there-
helps it's on record, I.
Right, I don't think there has to be any money coming out of the county for that. I mean, I think the airport will be self-sufficient. No problem with that.
Right, this would just help. You see what I'm saying? Even if it's $1,200 a month, or, I mean, a year,
I don't see.
again, it was just an
Yeah.
idea. That's it.
Okay.
End of my public comment.
Anybody else? Comment? Only 3 times? 26, adjourn. So moved. All for it.
Done. Commissioner Livermore?
Yes.
Commissioner Nelson?
Yes, sir.
Commissioner Rondo?
Yes. Yes.
Usually I'll tell you that.